Good afternoon, friends. Many of us have been homebound. I got out there and cleared the sidewalks and cleared a place for the puppy to do puppy business. And because when she went out early this morning, it was all the way up to her chest, probably 4 inches at least. And then I was able to clear all the cars. And so now I can turn my attention towards spiritual things, which probably should have been the first thing that I turned my attention to, but time was of the essence. So yesterday, I was sharing with two individuals that the light of Christ will guide us. It will illuminate our lives, and then the Holy Spirit, as we yield, will, give us nudges so that we can be directed by the Holy Spirit in profound ways. And one of the things that occurred to me was just the way the Lord unfolded yesterday. I was at the library prepping, and as I was preparing and then leaving, I saw that there was a book that was available on the used bookshelf called The Secrets of Spiritual Power by Watchman Nee. And this is a compilation of his writings. And the amazing thing for me is that I remember Watchman Nee from many years ago, but it's been a long time. And here's an introduction from something I found. Watchman Nee was one of China's most influential Christian church planters, leaders, and evangelists during the 20th century. His congregation of churches was called the Little Flock and grew into a nationwide movement of over 500 assemblies during the height of communist persecution. He spent his last 20 years of life in prison, enduring hardship for the gospel's sake, and died there in 1972. He was born in the early 1900s, having never wavered from his faith. His writings and teachings continued to live long after his physical body went to be with the Lord. They've been translated into many languages and are considered valuable instruction for Christians who want to live a life surrendered to Christ. In this day and time, in these turbulent times, it's, I think, incumbent upon us to live a life surrendered to Christ and to receive His guidance. And so, in this book, this is a tremendous book. Wow, many pages here. So, a lot of gems, I'm sure. In chapter 1, he talks about the normal Christian life. God's normal for a Christian can be summarized as follows: I no longer live. Now it is Christ who lives his life in me, from Galatians chapter 2 and verse 20. And then he goes on after a couple of notes here to say, at the beginning of the Christian life, we are concerned with our doing and not with our being. We are distressed more by what we have done than by what we are. We think that if only we could rectify certain things, we would be good Christians. Therefore, we set out to change our actions. We try to please the Lord, but we find that something within us does not want to please Him. And the more we try to rectify matters externally, the more we realize how deep-seated the issue really is. Paul talks about dying daily to rise to newness of life in his writing, St. Paul. And then he goes on to say, Watchman Nee, the conditions of living the Christian life are fourfold. Number one, knowing revelation from God of what Christ has done for us. Of course, that comes from the scriptures. Number two, reckoning and experiencing what He has revealed to us for our lives. Number three, then presenting ourselves to God for consecration of that which pertains now to the new life. That's an important step, saying, Lord, I surrender to you, so that A, what you revealed, B, will be experienced in my life as I'm consecrated to you. And then 4, walking in the Spirit, maturing our spirits to be sensitive to His every leading. The experience of every believer should encompass these 4 conditions. And so that seems like a natural progression that I don't think we always really teach very well. Number 1, having the revelation. Number 2, applying revelation. Number 3, consecrating ourselves, which is an act of the will in response to what God has done. And then 4, asking the Holy Spirit to lead, guide, and direct. He goes on to say here, and I've experienced this, maybe you have, it is only after having reached the point of utter despair in ourselves, so that we cease even to try, that we put our trust in the Lord to manifest His resurrection life in us. The sooner we give up trying, the better. For it is only by ceasing in ourselves that we give place to the Holy Spirit. And then we will see a power stronger than ourselves carrying us through. consecration seems to be the one word testimony there, so that we can cease striving, be still and know that I'm God. Some translations say cease striving and know that I'm God. And so allowing the Spirit then to reveal. And then he says, we will see a power stronger than ourselves carrying us through. Wow. Thank you for allowing me to share this short devotion. May God richly bless you as this day unfolds and as we face these turbulent times. Many things I could say about that. However, I'll just simply say thank you for tuning in, and may God bless you until we're together again.